Flip man, it's the flip man, You want some money in your hand, flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Yo, May 4th, Flip Man's Daily Live, wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit, AK Fliptainment, morning Q&A. Got a property you want to get comped for free, see what the ARV is, submit it to comps101.com. Anything else, just text me at the 205-964-5243. If you want the contract, text the word contract. Want script, text script. CRM, you need to manage your leads, create pipelines for each type of lead that you get in. Pipeline to manage your bandit sign leads. Pipeline to manage your direct mail leads. Your driving for dollar leads. Your text messaging leads. Your cold calling leads. Other wholesalers need to build a pipeline to manage your cash buyers. So when you do get a property under contract, now you have their contact information. You can send it out to them all with just one click of the button through a text message. Or if you want to drop them all a ringless voicemail, you can do all of that with the CRM. Text CRM to the 205-964-5243. What else we got? If you want to partner with me, deals, if you need a cash buyer because you have a property under contract, you're dealing directly with the owner, it is a great deal and it is off market. And my definition of off market is, if I Google the address, it's not available for sale anywhere on the internet. And just text 5050 to the number 205-964-5243. Also, if you want to learn how to text message the proper way, be more efficient, generate more leads, deals, checks, happy smiles, text the word text, TEXT to the 205-964-5243. Today's topic is really goes back from yesterday when someone asked a question, well, the title is Cash Buyers You Should Avoid, especially newbies or non-newbies. All right. Understand, guys, that as a wholesaler, someone that's trying to wholesale real estate, houses, or whatever, the main reason that you have a value is that you found something that potential investors / cash buyers, real estate investors / cash buyers either didn't know how to find, didn't care to find, or you found it first, or a combination of that, right? A lot of times these guys are spending more time, with their rehabs and construction, because that's a job in itself. That's one of the reasons why I don't like to do flips, because it's just so time taxing, especially if it could be less time if you got a really good contractor team, but most people, it's tough or whatever. So they don't really have time to find deals. They need deals sent to them. So that's why you as a wholesaler brings value to them, because it helps them make money and save time also. So, but you're gonna always have individuals that they're just greedy, right? They would rather try to circumvent you to get one deal, right? Instead of paying you $15,000 that they may make $60,000 on. One deal, they rather ruin a relationship with you than over the next year do 10 deals like that from you. 60 or 600,000. Who does that? But hey, if we all thought alike, we'll be robots. But you're gonna have individuals who doesn't get that. I hope someone that flips out there tell me why you would rather circumvent someone for one deal to make 60 instead of this one wholesaler being able to send you 10 deals that you could possibly make 600,000 of it. Who does that? So anyway, those are the people you don't want to deal with. If they're questioning how much money you make, those are the people you don't want to deal with, period. They're not the only game in town. You can tell them that or whatever. Hey, why does that matter? We agreed on a price. That price works for you, right? So it doesn't matter how much I make if that price works for you. So anyway, those are not the people you want to deal. You want people to look at you as an asset to their operation, a true benefit to that because they're helping to make more money or whatever. So it's my two.
All right. The first question that came from Top 5 Thrills from YouTube. They said, "Hey Ty, what should I do in a situation when a seller wants an offer but won't necessarily let you get into your script or won't let you get any information on the property?"
Well, you have to just cut them off and say, hey, the script is just the script is to help individuals that don't know what to say, but at the end of the day, you're just talking to someone.
Yeah.
So they want to bypass, and you don't want to sound like you're reading a script.
Yeah, you don't want to sound rehearsed.
You don't want to sound rehearsed or whatever. When you're just talking to someone,
That's how you get hung up on.
hey, and a lot of times when VAs call you, and when they call me about a property, something I just go on the guy, I say, hey, whoa, I'm an investor too. Have your guy call me and let's talk. And they still want to read the damn script. You know what I'm saying? They still want to read the script or whatever. I just told you I'm interested, right? So if they ask you for a price, they're showing you they're interested. Now you still may need you already have the address in a lot of cases, depending on if it's a cold call. So now you say, hey, okay, well, good. Okay, you're interested in selling, just go and cut them off. There's no way I can evaluate this property and give you an offer without knowing this. How many bedrooms and bath? In your opinion, what's the condition? Does it have any liens or mortgages on it? Give me 5 minutes, I'll call you right back. I'll run some numbers and I'll call you right back with an offer, if that's the situation. Now, you're gonna always try to get out, hey, we don't have to play games here. What's your bottom line price on it? You just get stern back with them. You don't be rude, but if they're tripping like that, you just have to just take control of the situation. And in most cases, when they're sounding like that, they probably are not going to be motivated to sell anyway. So take control of it as nice as possible. And, because you can't, I bet you, let them know, hey, I call a lot of people. I can't have a price in my head for every property that I call on or whatever. Can I call you back? Give me 5 to 10 minutes. I'll call you right back with an offer. Go from there.
Mm-hmm. Polite, but matter of fact.
Yeah, you have to take control of it.
That's true. You have to steer it.
Yeah.
I mean, because you calling them anyway.
Yeah,
you can't let them control the call.
Yeah.
Together. Okay, Kirsten Morton said, "Hey, Footman. Hey, ladies. May the 4th be with you."
Oh, that's what's happening.
Corey Griffin from Facebook said, "Contact me in my inbox. I got hedge fund. I've been flipping to. They are now buying in Beham. Let's link up." Okay.
Yeah, just don't try to hit me on Facebook, because that's the worst place to try to reach me on. If I respond to someone on Facebook, it's by accident. And that's my fault. I'm not saying, I'm just telling you how to get my attention, either through DM on Instagram or through the number here on the board, and my other numbers out there also, or whatever. So just let me know.
All right. Carla E from YouTube said, "What return address do you use on your direct mail? Would you recommend a virtual address or a P.O. box?"
Well, I wouldn't use a P.O. box, well, the virtual address or whatever you want to call that. But I use a UPS store address. Well, it's actually a box, but they give you a physical address and not a P.O. box, a box or whatever as the address. So there are going to be other services like that if that doesn't exist in your market that just does mail services, right? And normally they have boxes that you could rent or whatever, and then you could do a virtual address, as you said, or whatever, however that works. I'm not even sure, but yeah, you don't want to do the P.O. box. That's not what you want to use.
All right, everybody on Instagram saying, "Hey, Footman."
What's happening?
Okay, the first question is, what is your top 3 apps that you use to find a person?
To find a person?
Yeah, that owns a property.
Well,
I think they're saying like their information, maybe like their phone number and stuff.
Well, initially, the services I use are paid services. or whatever, you can use the county website. That's free. If you have the address, use the county website. You should be able to get the name and the mailing address of the person, right? Now, if you're trying to skip trace that individual, then you use, my brand is skip to flip or whatever. You just text me and I'll send you that video. Just text the word, I think it's skip or whatever, and it'll send you the video back on that. Or if not, I'll send it to you on the number here on the board. But so skip to flip, and then depending on how you're going to call them, you pick up your phone and call them, obviously, or you're going to send them to something in the mail, direct mail. So.
All right. Kirsten Morton from Facebook asked, or rather she said, I did my first cold call yesterday for a for sale by owner. I was so nervous. Even though the person I called has not accepted my offer yet, I feel like the call went good and I have a good feeling he will be following up with me.
Well, yeah, Kristen, A+ for doing something. I'm going to always side on doing something versus sitting there thinking about something. But yeah, for sale by owner, you already know they want to sell. So it just boils down to price with that individual. So you're halfway there on those. Hopefully it was just someone put a sign in the yard. They're really not marketing it online or whatever. That'll give you an edge up if it's quote unquote off market or whatever. So hey, let us know. You're here every day, so let us know how it goes.
All right. Eric Carney said, good afternoon, philanthropists and them ladies of flipness.
What's happening? Ladies of he come up with a new name with y'all every day, don't he?
That's what he said every day.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Okay, the perfect investment property said, have you done any fire damage properties? And if so, how do you come up with the ARV?
Yes, I have. It's still just repairs. So it depends on how extensive the fire damage is. Sometimes it's so extensive, the only thing you can do is just demo the property, tear it down or whatever. So at the end of the day, it's still repairs. The ARV, I think he's confusing ARV with repairs. ARV means after repair value. What would the house appraised for in excellent condition, right? ARV is used in a formula to determine if you have a deal or not, but in that formula, you still need repairs. So on my calculator, on my website, digulator.com, you have the free calculator that you can access.
All right, Black God said, can you be nice and gator at the same time?
Oh, yeah. Nice, nasty, as they say. I got a good friend of mine. That's her MO, nice, nasty.
All right, D. Renee said, hey, it's my birthday, y'all, but back to your regular programming. Happy birthday.
What's happening? Hey, what's good? Happy birthday.
Taurus gang, stand up.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, what that is?
That's our zodiac.
Oh, your birthday was just last week, 2 weeks ago. Well, no, last Monday. Yeah, okay, so you in there. Okay, y'all in there together, okay.
All right, this one says, hey, Flip Man, how do I deal with the seller who asks for proof of funds before you have a buyer?
Either you're gonna have the proof of funds or you're not. Normally, if a seller's asking for proof of funds, it is so rare that it's gonna be a deal for wholesaling. It is so rare. It's just not a question motivated sellers ask for or something they ask for. But again, if it is a deal and they still asking for it, you're gonna have to have proof of funds or not. Now, I'm affiliated with a service that offers proof of funds. You text me on the number, I'll gladly send you the information on it.
All right, this is on TikTok. How do I get the contract?
Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, TikTok, depending on where you are. Obviously new here, which is good. So to answer your question, if you want the contract that I've been using since 2003, I've been giving it away for free since 2008 or so. Just text me on the number, 205-964-5243, and the word contract. We'll get that over to you. Not only you'll get the, what that's it. Okay. Not only would that get you the contract, but also an instructional video on how to fill it out for potential motivated sellers and cash buyers.
All right, this is on Instagram. I went to the dealer and they said I need a broker's license to be a part of the transaction.
What dealer?
Follow up.
Please follow up in a little more detail for us from Instagram.
All right, 2 questions on TikTok. What is this? And then the next question is, can a single mom do this job part-time or full-time?
Okay, number one, the TikTok said, what is this? All right. Obviously, I've talked enough for you to stick around. So what it is that we're talking about real estate investing. Most people think you need a lot of money to get involved or great credit to get involved in real estate. Not true. What you need is to understand a technique called wholesaling real estate, which is a great gateway into making money in real estate, where whether you have a 450 credit score or 850 credit score, it won't matter. $1 in the bank or $1 million in the bank, it won't matter. So what you're doing is you're learning how to find great real estate deals, placing those under contract, which all real estate transactions start with that, and you're basically selling that contract to a cash buyer. The people that you see on HGTV, that fix and flip people, those are primarily the people that you're flipping your property to, and people that want to rent out properties. So what they'll do is they'll pay you a 4-figure, 5-figure, and even sometimes 6 figures and up fee to move out of the way, to buy that contract. So that's what we're talking about. People are asking questions on how to do it. My name is Ty. Go by the Flip Man online. On my YouTube channel, I have over 600 videos that explain this entire process. That's 12 years plus of me telling you what to do. That's what we're talking about. Maybe you want to stick around if you need some bread, because I do.
All right, the next question is, can a single mom do this job part-time?
Most definitely. Yeah. If a simple cat like myself can do it, you're ruling the world, baby girl. You're already managing a business with your kids or whatever. So most definitely you can do it. Yes, well, I don't know what you got, but you should have more motivation than I had, because you got people that are dependent on you. So yes, ma'am, you can definitely do it. The world is yours.
All right, this is on Instagram. They said, what up to the GOAT? Can I text a seller off my own personal phone?
You can. I do it. I've done it or whatever. Ideally, you want to manage everything in a platform, so you may have to follow up on them. But starting out, you have to work with the tools that you can afford, what you have available to you. So yes, most definitely.
All right. Robin Watterson from YouTube asks, do you have any advice on buying a gas station?
Robin, on buying a gas station, I don't know that much about the actual business side of a gas station. But if you're talking about actually buying a gas station as an investment or a business for yourself, I really can't help you on that. If you're talking about wholesaling a particular deal or a business or whatever, it still boils down to how attractive the deal is with the seller. And then do you have a buyer for it? But actually buying a gas station, that's not going to be in old Ty's lane, which I can help you more there.
Okay, let's see. All right, Corey from YouTube said, what up, Flip?
What's going on, Corey?
All right, Joseph Griffin said, when a seller tells you he's going to sleep overnight on your offer, do you press them for an answer so that they can shop your offer around?
No, I say, okay, well, I'll follow with you tomorrow. No, that's fine. That's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal.
I mean, because at the end of the day, they the ones who really need you if they're trying to sell.
Well, sometimes.
Why you think of it like that?
Sometimes they don't. They're not motivated themselves, but that's not uncommon. People want to think on. They just don't make a decision right then. Let me think about it, and they're serious about. Hey, let me think. I do that all the time, and I say, yeah, let's do it. I talk to people the next day. Let's do it.
That's all I have for right now.
Yeah. You got some stuff she can work from multiple platforms.
All right, this is on Instagram. What if Skip to Flip doesn't show and give the owner's contact information? What should they do?
They say, what if it doesn't?
Yes.
Send them something in the mail. If you're just doing single skips, just small number, send it to them. What is this? Priority mail. Costs you about $8, $7.95, I think, to be exact. Get their attention.
All right. How do I find the owner of land lots? Same.
Land,
Oh, yeah, land lots.
same way you do with houses. You're gonna use the county, you're gonna determine what the address is if possible. And then you're going to use the free county website to determine who owns the property along with their mailing address. Same way as houses. But you have to determine what the address is. Sometimes that may be difficult with a lot if it's not in a residential area. So,
All right. This is on TikTok. Do I
or
need a
land.
license to wholesale?
You don't need a license in 48 states, and the city of, 2 states you currently need a license. That's something that's changed since last time I talked. Illinois, you need a broker's license. Kansas, you need a real estate license. And the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, you need a wholesaler's license, which in the 2 states, you have to take the test that you normally would to become a real estate agent or a broker. But in the city of Philadelphia, from my understanding, it's just like buying a business license for wholesaling real estate or whatever. I think they said it costs anywhere around $500, so you don't have to take a test. So everywhere else is game.
All right. This is on Instagram for mobile home transactions. I went to the dealer's license and they said I need a broker's license to be a part of the transaction with the homeowner and buyer.
I'm not sure about that. Didn't depend on your state. Just to buy a mobile home or whatever, you're trying to wholesale a mobile home. Again, mobile homes are like buying a car unless land is included. All right. So you don't need a license just to put 2 people together or whatever. So again, your state may be different, but the issue you need to worry about is keeping the seller and the buyer away from each other, because they can do that transaction without a closing. That's why it's so easy to get shut out of a mobile home transaction or whatever. Now, you may want to set up some owner financing, short-term owner finance with the seller, so that gives you some form of possession, and then you wholesale it out that way or whatever. So,
All right. This is on TikTok. They said, "What up, Flip Man? James here. I'm just seeing this. Where do I start?"
well, you're in the right place, James. You're going to start educating yourself. It's that simple. Once you educate yourself, guess what, James, and anyone else is watching, you're going to know what to do. So you need a source to educate yourself. Again, you started here. You dive over to YouTube when we finish here. You dive into my YouTube channel. More than 600 videos there tell you everything you need to know for free.
All right. TJ Vines asked, which list would you recommend doing for your very first list, and how many leads would you recommend getting?
That's going to be on what you can afford. To answer your second question first, on what you can afford, but the list to build, a good example, I guess you're meaning like using Jigulator, aka PropStream. If you go to YouTube, well, you can text me on the number 205-964-5243. I'll send you my text message and video. Well, you text the word text. In that video, I show you how to build a list. You may not have to watch the rest of it if you don't want to use that, but I show you how to build the list. So text the word text, the TEXT, to the 205-964-5243.
All right. Julie Ollie from YouTube said, after I tie the contract with the seller, what is the next step?
Wow, Julie. Good question.
After she gets it signed, sorry.
After you get the contract signed with the seller, the next step is now time to place a buyer with it, a cash buyer. And how you go about that is going to be a number of ways. So you can market that deal through Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, LinkedIn groups, Craigslist, the real estate agents that deal with investors, real groups, bandit signs in the area, Google, Sell My House Fast, and the name of the city. Those first 2 or 3 pages or results are going to be real players in your market, because it's expensive to get there on Google. Auctions, you want to network with individuals that buy at auctions. You want to deal with other wholesalers. And I have a video that's going to be released today at 3:30 Eastern, showing you how to build cash buyers list instantly, right? Even if you want to build cash buyers list before you start, or if you have a property under contract, on top of that, you're going to also be able to see what other areas they buy in. Probably going to be one of the better videos I've done in a while or whatever. So that video will go live on YouTube at around 3:30 Eastern today. If you want the link or if you want to get alerted, just go to YouTube, watch any of my videos and subscribe to the channel. Tap the little bell, select all, so you are alerted when that video goes live or any of the live content, any videos that are uploaded and when I go live. But that video is going to show you how to build a cash buyers list in minutes, whether you want to do it before you find deals or after you have deals on the contract. Plus, you're going to be able to see what other areas they buy in. You're going to be able to see what other properties they own currently within a certain time frame with less than a year. Really, really powerful. No matter the zip code or whatever, if they're buying, you're going to be able to see that information. So that video will be released later on today. Going to be one of the better videos. So make sure you're ready.
All right. Shan B said, do you have any advice on determining what to wholesale 16 acres for? What should I look for in the area to determine if it's a good deal? Look for development communities.
Well, yeah. What's her name? Shan
Shan B.
Shan B. Yeah, you want to if it's within a metropolitan area, then 16 acres is a lot of land. It's a large tract. But if it's in a rural area, not a lot of activity, then there's not timber on it. It may be tough. So what I would do is, obviously, you can scout the area within a couple of miles to see if there's any new development. There may be an opportunity there. If it's not, then you can look at what the county says the market value is for that property and try to get it for 20 to 30 cents on the dollar on what that's showing or so.
All right, this is on TikTok. How do you find properties, I guess the wholesale, because I see a lot of properties being sold by real estate agents in my area.
Well, you're looking at what you can see online and driving around. You'll see realtor agents with their face on the sign, which is taking up space that could be used for more message. Never got that, but anyway. So so that's why we talk about marketing so much with this wholesaling thing. That's why we talk about direct mail, banner signs, cold calling, text messaging, ringless voicemail, door knocking, driving for dollars, Facebook ads, Google ads, because we're in the lead generation business, right? The properties that are listed with agents, not saying you can't do deals that way, but it's one of the more difficult ways, especially for a newbie, because most people don't understand that process of dealing with an agent. And understanding just one thing, the agent, the more they sell the property for, the more they make. The cheaper you get it, the more you make. There's an automatic resistance there. So that has to be overcome first, right? Then they're gonna want at least $1,000 earnest money in a lot of cases. It's negotiable, but that's normally what they're looking for. Then they're gonna want proof of funds in most cases. So you jump through all those hurdles, you may have yourself something there. Then you have to go over the part of you got to have the right buyer, because you're not finding something your buyers in your market can't already find themselves. Not saying you can't negotiate it into something attractive. I'm just trying to tell you all the hoops. Oh, the world is yours. You can figure all that out. That's why I say there are easier ways to find deals out there. We just want what appears to be easy, because that's what you can just go do a simple Google search, houses for sale in Atlanta. Yeah, it's going to pull up nothing but listed properties that are listed by real estate agents. No, there's a little more work to it than that, but it's worth it.
All right, this is on TikTok. It's just a statement. They say, I really appreciate you giving all the knowledge out for newbies. Now if I can only pull the trigger to wholesale time.
Oh, you got to pull that trigger, man. Them bullets are worthless in that gun.
All right.
They might as well be BBs.
All right, this is on
Peace.
Instagram. Land value worth more than the house seller wants. Property value. What to say to the seller that wants value of the land?
Well, he may be totally right. He may be in an area where it's hot. They're doing new development. You know, you have some areas where they'll tear their existing house down to build up a larger house with more square footage, because the properties are selling for that much. it's better just to tear it down. He may be totally right. Maybe a situation where his land, could be subdivided into multiple properties. But if there's not any new development in there and it's not in a higher end part of your market, he's probably in a lot of lean on the value of the property, the actual land itself, the lot itself versus the house. It may be more, but what does that really mean? If the house is only worth 10,000 as a construct, we'll just say if the house is only worth, I don't know, I'm just gonna say 20,000 and the land is worth 22, okay, you keep, if I could let you, if it was possible, I'll let you keep the land or whatever, just buy the house and whatever. But, so it just depends on what's going on in the area, whether he's really valid or not, so.
All right, this is on Instagram. What's too late to call leads? I only could call after work.
He said, what now?
What's too late to call leads? I can only call after work.
Generally speaking, up to 7:30.
All right, this is also on Instagram. Is it a good idea to say to the cash buyer, if he asks about the owner, just to say everything goes through me?
Yeah, that's the correct answer. He can look it up himself, if he want to know what, but everything goes to them, to you. I mean, only you.
Okay. This one came from TJ Vines on YouTube. He said, where would we start if we wanted to learn more about the creative financing options with the motivated seller?
There are going to be quite a few videos out there on owner financing or creative financing options. I don't spend a lot of time on it or whatever, but there's some guys that go in a little more detail about it. But that's just going to be you doing the homework on that. I don't go in a lot to an owner because that's really not my thing. I've done some over the years, but it's going to be a few sources out there that talk about it. I've looked quite a bit recently, probably about a year ago, and if you don't know anything about it, I don't know if there's a good source out there. I couldn't find one, so maybe that's changed in the last year or whatever. I already know about it. I was just looking for some, more things that I may have not thought about it, but somebody that don't know anything about it, it may be tough to find something out there for free to look up or whatever. So, but you never know. The internet is a powerful place. It can be.
Okay. This one's from D. Renee. She said, it's a lot that goes into mobile homes, isn't it? Don't you need permission from the park/community that it's in or something? I see a lot, but I don't touch them because it seems complicated.
Well, that's assuming that it's on a lot. It's in a park. They're not always in a park. So it just depends on the situation. One of the more difficult things with mobile homes is to come up with an actual value for it, because they're like cars. They depreciate every day or whatever. You buy a brand new automobile, goes down in value the moment you sign that title, and it's yours now. They wouldn't give you the money you just paid for it. You couldn't beg them on your knees, crying, blowing snot. They would not give you the money you just paid for it. 1 second after you sign that title. Well, the doc, you don't have the title yet, but you know what I mean. The doc to show that you're now the owner or whatever. Same thing with mobile homes. So they're a depreciating asset. So, but the difference with cars, you have sources out there that'll tell you what a 2018 Lexus 250 or whatever is worth, depending on the features, miles, condition. Whereas with mobile homes, that really doesn't exist. And to my knowledge, there's probably something out there, but it's not as available to the public like used car prices are with mobile homes. So that's the biggest problem that you have, because you may have a 82 mobile home. It may be in great condition, but you really still don't know what it's worth. And then if you have to move it, that moving expense may be worth more than what you paid for it. Or so all that has to be factored in. Now, if land is included, then it's somewhat easier to come up with an idea of what you'll buy it for, depending on the condition of it more so or whatever. But yeah, it's a difficult process more. And then again, if land is not included, then there's no closing needed. It's just like selling a car. You can easily get shut out of the deal or whatever. It's because there's no closing process included or needed.
All right. Samuel asks, what is the most important thing in wholesaling real estate?
The most important thing?
Mhm.
Wow, that's an interesting question. You guys have anything you want to think just from
Probably
what you
just
know about it?
educating, like know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, the most definitely. Yeah. So they said knowing what you're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna take it a step forward further. Is that understand that for me now that you know obviously you need a motivated seller, obviously you need a cash buyer. But this business really, really boils down to how effective you are at generating leads. Because you have to talk to a lot of people to get someone to sell you a house or a piece of real estate at a really discounted price, right? So that's why you have to talk. So that's why marketing and general advertising is so important. So that's, to me, that's the most important thing. Outside of actually doing it, outside of actually educating yourself and then doing it, that's the thing you really, really need to understand.
All right. This one is from Daughter of Zion. She said, hello, what is your advice to a new wholesaler stuck in analysis paralysis and is not confident with the ARVs?
Wow, daughter of Zion. Daughter of Zion, DOZ, it sounds like you're really afraid to make a mistake. I think that's your holdup more than any. Well, you say paralysis on that doesn't mean you miss. It sounds like it's a good idea. It could be that too or whatever. So I'm gonna assume you're just afraid to make a mistake, and you say not comfortable in the ARVs. Well, that only is going to come from practice, right? Sometimes you're not going to be right. Sometimes I'm not right. I've been doing it 18 years. Sometimes you're not going to be right on it. But you can submit it to comps101.com. We'll at least get you going as far as what we think. Normally we are pretty close or whatever. So don't let that hold you up. If you're not right, the numbers will show. And then you'll go back and look and say, oh, I see why now, or whatever. You'll learn from your mistakes greatly. The experiences that you learn from your mistakes is normally going to be more valuable than anything I can teach you because it comes from experience or whatever. So just get out there and do it. Don't worry about that. Mistakes are going to happen. The last interview I did with some people young ladies that had success, they made a ton of mistakes along the way and still made 30 grand. That's one of the great things about it, Daughter of Zion. Hopefully I answered your question, DOZ.
All right, this is on TikTok. Do I just Google the address and ride around and then cold call them to see if they want to sell?
It's not that simple. You sort of got it, but if you're going to drive for dollars, let me just explain what you're really looking for. What you, while you're out, should be taken advantage of. Vacant houses, the reason we say vacant houses because they're normally identifiable, right? The grass may be really high, which doesn't always mean it's someone that lived there. But the front door may be open, broken out windows, boarded up, maybe partially burnt. You can tell it's vacant. So why do you target those? Now, it's a possibility, and normally a higher possibility that the owner, number one, if you can reach them, or may be interested in selling the property and selling it at a significant discount because it has been neglected and vacant or whatever. So that's what you're banking on. So that's why you create the list and then you reach out to them by phone and or mail or whatever. So, but just Googling the address. Now, Google will come into play. When you do Google the address, you can Google and see if it's actually for sale. Sometimes they're vacant and they're actually for sale, but there's no signage there to say that they're for sale. Ideally, you don't want it to be for sale. And then you'll use that information, you'll identify the address, and then you'll use a county courthouse to determine who owns the actual property, and you go from there. So.
All right, this is on Instagram. Would you recommend business cards? I ran into a potential seller and he asked me if I had a business card. Should I buy some if I haven't done any deals?
Well, yeah. I went years without some because I had a mobile phone. I say, hey, let me get your number. Normally, you're just going to change numbers. Normally. So, but it doesn't hurt to have business cards. If you can't afford it initially, that can be after you do a deal or two, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
Okay,
remember, go ahead. I'm sorry.
sorry. D. Renee said, okay, I continue to leave them alone. She's talking about the mobile homes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you was about to say?
Oh, I was just saying, just a reminder that I'm going to be releasing that video on building cash buyers list and all the things that's going to be in that particular video to show you how to target a particular area. Obviously, where your houses are, you'll be able to look at buyers that have bought multiple properties within a certain short time frame, normally less than a year. You can also see what other areas they bought properties in, which can be very valuable to you to find deals in those areas also. But that video will be released today at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. So get over to YouTube and subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you are alerted when it goes live. Or just text me. I'll be glad to send you the link. Probably gonna send out a text blast anyway, so. Yeah.
Okay, this one came from Emily. They said, I keep getting text messages asking to buy my home, not interested in selling now. Could this be an opportunity to flip the conversation with them to finding a buyer for my own wholesale properties?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You have not because you asked not.
Yes,
You better
sir,
open your
Emily.
mouth.
Most definitely.
Okay. Daughter of Zion said, thank you very much. That is it. I'm afraid of making a mistake. God bless.
Yeah, but you get out there, Zion. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Derek Walker said, what's good, flipping ladies?
You got it, DW.
Run Hard from YouTube said, is this a flooded market? Are people selling right now? It doesn't look like it to me.
You would know that. You're not at the closing table at the attorney's office, title company. You wouldn't know that. But this is a very hot market right now. But real estate transactions are always going to happen, Ron. People are always moving, whether they're moving to rent somewhere or they're moving to buy somewhere. That's always going to happen. Huh? Well, that too, you know what I'm saying? And the interest rates are low as they've ever been. So in a lot of cases, the interest rate is so low, it's forcing people to sell or to refinance. Biden's talking about some type of first-time home buyer's grant for $25,000? Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure about it, but yeah, it's not oversaturated. It's not over flooded. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ken. No, but it's not flooded, my man. What city are you in, by the way?
All right. BK said, how do I know I have a good deal?
Great question. Starts with knowing what the ARV of the property is. ARV, well, number one, okay. ARV is after repair value. That means what will the house appraise for in excellent condition? All right, I have a calculator on my website, digulator.com, that'll allow you to put in the numbers. So you take the ARV, and if you don't know how to do that, or you need a property comp, just submit it to my site, comps101.com. I think you can see it on my shirt here, comps101.com. So you take the ARV times 70%, which that 70% represents the 30%. It's really like a 30% discount off the ARV, but we just use the 70 for easy math. But that 30% represents potential profit and holding costs for the actual cash buyer that you'll flip the property to. So you have to get in their mind to know if you have an opportunity. You know where the money is, but you have to know where the money is going. That's the cash buyer, right? And you just stand in the middle and make money. But ARV times 70% minus repair costs. And in my calculator, I give you an opportunity to say, hey, you want to make 10,000, subtract that. And then that number, that end number, which it'll be in blue on the calculator, that's the price that you'll need to get the property at or less. So just go to digulator.com. You'll see the calculator. I have videos on YouTube to explain. If you want access to the calculator, you can just text me and I'll be happy to send you a link, 205-964-5243.
All right, this person on Instagram said, I've had some problems, so I thought of making flyers.
I'm going to always side on doing something again. Flyers can be a very difficult way to find buyers or whatever you're trying to do. You're trying to find buyers, sellers, whatever. But again, I'm gonna always side on doing something or whatever.
You know
So
what might be cool? I see these all the time. People get stickers made and they put their stickers every damn where. I don't know if that's the East Side thing or not, but it's a man who has a barbershop. He got his stickers everywhere, like gas stations, like
well,
you go to different. I don't need a haircut, but if I did, I would.
well, that's good, and I've done that. Now haircuts, you're gonna have a larger customer base you're targeting, so that something like that'll be a lot more effective. What I had to bring, and I do what I thought was brilliant. I didn't want to put stickers on pumps. You know, people pump gas, they got to see, you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever, up there by where the credit card thing is. And so I didn't want to put the sticker on there because what happened anyway. What I did was I created the sticker and I bought magnet size business cards. They're just flat. They look like a business card, but it's an actual magnet, because a lot of times the pump has a magnetic area there somewhere in the pump. So I just put up, you know, we buy houses and a phone number, and I just went around on different gas pumps and putting them up or whatever. And I gave up on it, right? Because one of the gas people called me and told me, hey, you're trespassing, blah, 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 whatever. And I just got discouraged on it. So I'm not saying it won't work, but just be prepared that, you know, that's the issue you may run into. And I was actually putting them on some cars. A lot of times cars, the doors, it just depends on the car, but a lot of times they're not magnetic or whatever. In the area like where you're gonna stick the key into your car and whatever. So, but yeah, I just did so many different things to generate leads. But I think I gave up on that too quick. I wasn't gator enough to like, okay, the people. Okay. Good.
See if that works.
Test. Yeah, we good. So y'all can hear us? Are we back?
All right, this is on TikTok. Have you ever heard of astro flipping?
Yeah, that's my man Jamil Demji at Keighley. He and I are great friends. We do the Comps 101 show. If you go to YouTube, do a search for Comps 101. We have 29 episodes together. So yeah, that's the Genie guy, personal friend of mine. Great guy. What they offer is real.
Yeah, somebody else said that's their mentor too, as well, Jamil.
Oh, my mentor?
They said no. They said astro. They an
what's his
astro
list?
student.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my man. So they can hear us now, right?
Yeah, they can hear us.
Okay, good.
Julie Ollie said, I can't wait for the next video. I'm so excited. You guys are awesome.
Oh yeah, again, we got that video releasing build a cash buyer list in minutes, coming out at 3:30 today. So make sure you be looking for it, 3:30 Eastern on YouTube.
This one from Samuel says, thanks for your content.
Yes, sir, Samuel. Thank you, sir, for joining.
From Willie, it says, thanks for all information you give, for all the info you give.
Boom, thanks for joining.
Yeah, I don't have any questions right now.
Well, if y'all don't have any more questions, it's raining like cats and dogs, elephants and rats.
All right, this person on TikTok said, thank you. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, and it's a lot of abandoned properties.
Memphis, Tennessee, making easy money, P8 in style.
All right, this person on Instagram said, I'm closing 15K deal this week, and I have more in the pipeline.
No, that's what's up. Let us know what happens.
They said they're trying to be on your YouTube.
All right, well, yeah, let me know. DM me when you close that. Make sure you take a picture of the check doing like this, so we can use that as the thumbnail.
All right, Lorenzo from YouTube said it's been 2 days and I'm learning more. Can't wait to get started wholesaling in my area.
All right, let's make it happen, Lorenzo.
All right, that's all I got.
Well, guys, it's raining here. We're scared. They look crazy.
It looks so crazy outside right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So we're going to end this. Hey, again, make sure you check out the video later on today at 3:30. Going to be released on YouTube. Building cash buyers list in minutes. Going to show you how to build a cash buyers list, even if you have a deal on the contract. If you don't, see what other properties they own, what other areas they buy in. Click, click, click. So anything you need, text me. If you want me to send you that link to that video, you can text me. Also, I'm going to send out a blast or whatever. So you can get the contract there. You can get the script. You can get the text messaging. You can get my CRM, which you really need that. You want a partner, 50-50, just text me at the number. So we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, y'all. And if you didn't get your question answered, just DM him, or you can text him, or these videos will be up on replay mode. You can comment there. You can comment on any YouTube video, and he'll get back to you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all, hold on. I'm struggling today.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit.